you just grow up a little and move on?
Oh no! Oh no, Soren, no! Oh no!
You are filming my crotch, aren't you?
No, don't objectify Soren, no!
Yep.
Hey guys, my name's Dan, and this reaction comes from Dead Meat. This is VHS 2012 Kill Count. Now, I know this movie has been talked about a lot over the years, and believe me, I wanted to, but I never really had a chance to see it. It's not that I didn't want to, it just never really crossed my mind to do it. And now that I finally have, I do love me some found footage horror. I do need a bit more of context with what's going on with this movie, so hopefully James can bring that to me, because there were times where I wasn't really sure what exactly I was seeing, because there was a lot of crazy stuff going on, but I am excited to learn more about it. But before we do, though, please do check all those links I have for you down in the description below. More specifically, the Dead Meat link if you haven't already. It's a great way to support the entire Dead Meat team, and a great and easy way to support me is to go right below this video, click all those buttons down there. It's not as well to see future reactions that I do, but also helps my channel to grow, and without any further ado, let's go.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims.
Oh, they're actually all wearing that.
I'm Chelsea Rebecca.
And I'm Zoran, due back by noon on the third day of voyage.
And today,
Oh, I love that. Oh my god, Zoran, you're a gem.
all three of us will be looking at the VHS franchise, starting with the original VHS released in 2012.
VHS is a movie in the loosest sense.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
This
whoa.
isn't gonna work all at once. So, how about I kick things off myself, and then I'll bring you guys back for the various segments.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I've got a Saw marathon to start, so.
Oh!
Sounds fun. I'm gonna go see my kid.
I want to watch Saw.
Watch my kid.
VHS is
Oh, man.
horror film, meaning it's comprised of various standalone segments. We've kill counted the format before with the Tales from the Hood trilogy. Here, the segments are connected through their found footage style, with each story represented by a videotape and shot with different kinds of cameras. Different filmmakers made each segment, and it's honestly a who's who of modern horror. It is impressive how many of these people went on to helm major franchises and make modern classics. VHS was developed by Brad Miska, founder of the horror website Bloody Disgusting. He approached the project as a trust fall exercise, allowing the filmmakers almost complete creative control over their segments. They were each given the same budget and the same set of rules. They had to justify why the characters were filming themselves, and they had to keep the effects as practical as possible. It was a successful formula, and was quickly followed by VHS 2 and VHS Viral. Like all anthology films, each VHS movie is a mixed bag, but almost all of them have good to great segments, and I'm glad the series returned a few years ago with a second trilogy, VHS 94, VHS 99, and VHS 85, each tied together by the year in which the segments take place. The series continues this year with another new direction, since VHS Beyond comes out this fall. While I enjoyed the franchise, especially that recent trilogy, this first one is definitely not for everyone. The filmmaking talent is unimpeachable, but it's just overwhelmingly rapey, to be honest. To be clear, I'm not accusing any of these filmmakers of condoning that behavior. These are clearly characters who are meant to be despised.
It's definitely a movie from, you know, it's kind of about the male gaze.
But the repeated sexual assaults and harassment feels extra gross and hard to watch because of the found footage aspect. It makes the segments feel like videos uploaded to the nastier parts of the internet. And yeah, the bad guys eventually get their comeuppance, but that doesn't make it easier to watch as they victimize young women. Aside from those elements, which again are relentless, VHS is a great exercise in low-budget filmmaking. Its grimy amateur look pulls everything together cohesively and helps ground the film in reality. Don't be scared away if this first film is too brotastic for you. The franchise sheds that tone as it goes on and delivers some amazing creative shorts. But of course, it's all gotta start somewhere, and that somewhere is here. How many home video homicides will this collection contain? Let's find out and get to the kills.
Oh, no ad read. Alright.
The movie begins by pressing play. Damn, that's a nostalgic shade of blue. It's the color of
Sure
VCRs and infomercial order screens. Some asshole is secretly recording a sex tape and gets in trouble when his date notices, since, you know, that's a fucking crime. The video's been taped over with the antics of him and his shitty friends. They spend their time searching for asbestos and, oh great, sexually assaulting women in parking garages.
Yeah.
They're just the worst fucking dudes. They're like a non-lovable version of the Jackass crew, with creative pranks replaced by rage and shitty mustaches. This group makes money selling their footage to internet pervs, but leader Gary, he of the trash stash, is dreaming of bigger scores. He says an anonymous client has hired them to steal a videotape from a spooky old house. When they get inside, they find a room full of TVs being watched by the homeowner, who's become a couch potato corpse. Some of the guys start searching the house, including in the basement, where there might be someone running around. Maybe they're just looking for a bucket of paint, because let me tell you, there's a whole bunch of those down there. There are also a bunch of VHS tapes. Too many to know which one they're supposed to steal, so I guess they should start watching them. In the Dead Guy TV room, Brad gets to work, hoping to find whatever it is they're looking for. Oh shit, that's the exact VCR I owned as a kid.
Oh, nice.
I always had at least 2 to bootleg the horror movies I rented. Yeah, I know, young me was a pirate, but hey, I think I've more than made up for it by now. Brad boots up.
Hey, listen, I was like that too. I was one of those kids who used to take like cassette tapes and just record my favorite songs on the radio. I got in trouble for it, but it was still worth it.
His first segment, Amateur Night. Shane and Patrick have set their friend Clint up with a new pair of specs.
They're door glasses.
These are video glasses, bitch.
Video glasses, dude. Fucking, there's a camera in that shit. There's a fucking mic in that shit.
These body boys are gearing up for a wild night out and plan to use the glasses to secretly record themselves hooking up with chicks, which, again, is a crime. I think this segment is great, but it is rough getting so frat core again right off the bat. What salvages it is the acting, since all 3 guys feel so real. Shane as the alpha ringleader, Patrick as the hyper-drunk jester, and Clint as the spineless friend who goes along with their plans. They get rowdy with the help of a bartender played by Nicholas Tikoski, who co-wrote this segment with director David Bruckner. Bruckner would go on to make The Ritual, The Night House, and the 2022 Hellraiser reboot.
Oh, I love that!
Taylor Swift-looking date sloshed, and Patrick practices for the Woman Carry Relay. Clint catches the wide eyes of a mysterious lady named Lily. Sorry, what was that? Yeah!
What?
Wait, what? The group's antics eventually get them kicked out, so the boys drunk drive back to their motel with Lily and Lisa in tow. They head up to their room and start to get grabby with their dates. Lily doesn't like Clint's friends very much.
What are you, like a fucking cat or something?
She only has those big ol' eyes for one guy.
I like you.
Although, did she just breathe on the camera? Yo, I think she knows there's a camera, dude. Well, they used actual camera glasses for shots in front of mirrors. The device only recorded at 15 frames per second, which looks like shit. For all the other shots, they built a helmet rig to use with a real camera.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
To match the glitchy aesthetic in post. The hidden cam adds to the tension of this incredibly uncomfortable scene. So does the perpetually cackling Patrick.
I'm just fucking sitting on the couch, dude.
His laugh is like those fucking firecrackers in that scene from Boogie Nights. A constant, obnoxious background noise that keeps everyone on edge. Great drunk acting by Joe Sykes, which might come from exhaustion, since Bruckner had the actors do 20 or more takes to get them loopy. Lisa passes out, but that doesn't stop Shane, at least until his friends tell him to knock it off.
She's done, dude. She's done. Don't do it. Stop now.
Good job, guys. You have cleared the absolute lowest bar for human.
Yes!
Oh, wait, dude.
Very lowest.
Recording chicks. Never mind. Drunken horror.
No, it's only gonna get worse.
Steps in on Lily instead. He strips her completely naked, exposing her freaky feet in the process. He don't seem to mind. Lily flips the script and takes control of the situation, grabbing Clint for a lick and an invitation to join. Patrick wants to get involved too, but Lily says no. While cowardice Clint runs to the bathroom, Patty Boy strips down and tries to join anyway. He's quickly taught that no means no.
She really just fucking bit me. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, and that's only the beginning for your stupid.
Oh yeah.
They watch as
Lily's
back gets gross and she lays into Shane. Not in the way he wants either. She straddles him while she tears him apart. Then she sticks her foot in his mouth. Careful, Lily. Some dudes are into that. Finally, she takes him off the bed to finish with an off-screen molly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, good riddance. Clint hides with Patrick, who arms himself with a shower rod. When they emerge, Lily's really feeling herself with a disturbing dance number. Pat interrupts it, earning his own gory flory makeout sesh, complete with a not-so-happy ending. Wow, took the junk right off that trash boy. Clint escapes the room and makes a run for it, but takes a tumble down the stairs. It breaks his wrist right through the skin and leaves him waylaid for Lily, who's creeping on a come-up, Bone Thug style. She gives him a glimpse of her true form.
Like you.
Looking like a Navi with an open head wound. English actress Hannah Fierman's unsettling performance absolutely makes this segment. She'd reprised the role in Siren, a feature-length adaptation of Amateur Night. Lily tries to show Clint just how much she likes him, but he rejects her advances, causing her to crawl away and cry in the corner. He flees into the parking lot, screaming for help, but before he can get any, he's lifted off the ground and sails through the sky, thanks to a fully transformed Lily. Look at her go! To achieve this shot, the camera was placed inside a plastic case and floated up with helium balloons.
That's brilliant. That is brilliant. I love that. That's so
Millie's
creative.
flying and Clint's legs were separate elements filmed against a green screen and added to the footage. I'll go ahead and count Clint as dead, even though we don't see it, since his glasses fall off his face and end the segment on the street below. Ah, man, that means we're back with these assholes. In the framing narrative,
Sure
Brad
are.
has mysteriously disappeared, and since we never see him again, I'll add him to the count right now as well. His buddy Rox finds the camera, and instead of looking for him, takes over tape watching duties. He doesn't notice that the dead guy behind him has joined in to watch the show too.
Hey, Molly needs a walk and Lucy needs pets.
Oh.
So.
Well,
Oh!
that sounds like a great time to clock out and let you take over for the next segment.
All right, Chelsea, what's up?
Rox pops in the next tape, beginning the segment Second Honeymoon. It's a tape made by newlyweds Sam and Stephanie.
Hi.
Hello.
This is,
Chelsea. I'm Chelsea. Please
Yeah,
watch the podcast.
yeah, that's her name.
Taking a romantic Route 66 road trip, which James and I did the same year this movie came out when he moved
Oh!
to LA. In fact, I immediately clocked this place as Oakman, Arizona, a one-road mountain town with fewer than 100 people and donkeys that freely roam the street. Just like Stephanie,
That's fun.
I too enjoyed petting the donkeys. They head
Of
east
course
to
you do.
Williams,
They're
Arizona,
cute.
where they meet a fortune-telling jigglebilly. A printout gives Stephanie a glimpse of her future. A happy reunion with a loved one will make life all that you wanted or dreamed it to be. Also, Sam, take my advice. This is your chance to gamble, and you need to gamble hard. Go play some craps tomorrow.
Yeah,
At
go-
a $25
go to Hoedown.
minimum bet table. At exactly 11:07
Maybe a hootenanny.
p.m., you're gonna want to place a 2 or 12 bet. Bet at least $100, at least $100, and then get the
At
fuck
least.
out of there. Also, in 2017, the Patriots are going to be down 28-9 at the Super Bowl. Stephanie writer director who's done some
Oh my God, Chelsea, what a reference.
received horror films and also the 2019 Black Christmas. Sam remembers what movie he's in and insists that Stephanie needs to let him film her boobs.
Take your sweatshirt off. I have a really good idea.
And Sam doesn't stop after a single suggestion. He just absolutely has to see her thingies on tape.
please don't do this. I
What?
just said I didn't want you to
It's
record
so
something
awful.
like this.
Dude, at some point, you gotta realize your choice is either getting your penis touched or not, so just put down the damn camera. It makes
Yeah,
it
seriously, dude.
easy to hate, although I do sympathize with how much he wants to stop at a casino.
I just really badly want to play craps.
I love craps too. You know what they say? It's like the really fun game. Yeah, exactly.
Oh!
The room is interrupted by a knock, so Sam checks who their visitor could be. He says the girl claimed to be a hitchhiker looking for a ride. Well, it couldn't be Lily then. She handles transportation herself. It's a little creepy, but he's willing to shake it off.
I wasn't like afraid she was gonna hurt me, but she was just like weird.
Also, she asked if Tamara was home. He wants to ignore it and hope she's gone the next day, so the two of them go to bed. That night, the footage picks back up on Sam.
Uh-oh.
He's asleep, but it's not Stephanie behind the camera, as revealed
Nope.
when it pans over to her sleeping as well. I truly love this moment. It's an incredibly simple but clever scare that uses the found footage format to great advantage. The unseen intruder teases blood spill by caressing Stephanie with a switchblade. Good thing she's wearing cute underwear. The intruder doesn't realize it, but if they pull the blankets down on Sam too, he's got a matching pair. Then they do some chance pilfering and steal some money from Sam before ending the night by dipping Sam's toothbrush in the toilet bowl. Someone breaking in to do slightly malevolent but not deadly pranks is genuinely scary to me. I can't explain
Sure.
why I hate this more than this. The next day, the oblivious couple gets back on the road.
Tents, trucks, trailers, whatever you can think of for our 5th annual Rain Dance Festival.
That voice on the radio was from sound designer Graham Resnick, who would go on to write the supermassive games Until Dawn and The Quarry. Resnick frequently works with
Both great games.
Ty West, who wrote and directed this segment long before he made X, Pearl, and Maxine. Back then, he was still the slow burn indie horror guy with cult hits like House of the Devil. West originally didn't want to do VHS until he heard who the other filmmakers were.
And if it was people I didn't know, I probably would have been more reluctant.
He was inspired by verite documentaries and wanted to aim for a snuff film vibe. He took a road trip to come up with ideas, which became the idea itself, then recreated it and filmed the short over a 4-day weekend.
That's
a couple
brilliant.
arrives at the Grand Canyon, and I'm not talking about that dude's butt crack from the first segment. This footage of them is the closest any of these segments get to feeling like a true crime documentary. It's like the last known footage of a happy couple before something goes horribly fucking wrong. The fun
Yup.
times are soured when Sam notices the missing money and accuses Stephanie of taking it.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time. You decided to treat yourself.
Yeah, dude, she's gotta keep buying toothbrushes because someone keeps dipping them in poop.
Yeah,
water.
seriously.
They stay in seemingly the exact
Somebody's got to think about the hygiene here.
same motel room, which I believe was in Flagstaff, Arizona. They're visited again by the mystery intruder who stabs Sam in the neck with their switchblade. It's a bloody, gurgly kill interspersed with shots of the winding road. It's simple but surprisingly violent. As the killer washes her hands off, she's revealed to be Stephanie's murderous lover, the supposed hitchhiker chick who'd been following them. Good for them, I guess. I hope they get to play craps too. The segment ends when Stephanie asks if their snuff film's been erased. We cut back to Rox, who doesn't realize the corpse behind him has disappeared. Ringleader Gary is still looking for the one true tape in the basement with his other cameraman Zach, who shot the sleazy sex tape in the opening. They don't find it, but the movie heads straight into the next segment after that, which means I'm going on lunch. Soren, your shift.
Hey, Soren.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Shrimp? Oh, why didn't I read the label? The next segment is called
boy.
Tuesday the 17th. Wait, is that really the Tuesday after Friday the 13th? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, math.
Yep,
checks
that
out.
is.
It's good. Math's good. As its name
Yay,
suggests, this is
math!
a slasher throwback written and directed by Irish filmmaker Glenn McQuaid. He was the director of an inadvertent Hellboy and Tall Man crossover, I Sell the Dead. And that movie also starred Larry Fessenden, whose farm in the Catskills is where this segment was shot. Oh, and hey, let's just get this out of the way right now. Yep, there's the boob zoom and
Yep, the
crotch
boobs.
shot. Great. Can we just grow up a little and move on?
Oh no! Oh no, Soren, no! Oh no!
You are filming my crotch, aren't you?
No, don't objectify Soren, no!
Yep, you are. This is your standard group of stereotypes. There's Joey the jock, who looks like the love child of Chris Pratt and Shane from Smosh. Spider, the man nerd without any
kinda does.
power or responsibility. And Samantha the hot chick, who's implied to be, well, the Samantha of the group.
You seriously want to fuck anything that has two legs with a third tripod in between?
Third tripod? Oh, guess it would look something like this.
Oh!
These Cabin in the Woods
Goddamn.
second stringers have been brought together by the Danielle Harris-looking Wendy under dubious circumstances.
You told me, Wendy, my sweet, that this was just gonna be you and me. And now you've told her that it's gonna be an all-girls trip.
Wendy's actually been to this forest before and mentions that a friend of hers died here recently. And as if to confirm, the camera glitches out to show her body, surprising the viewer and the corpse itself. Say what? The same thing happens later by the river, revealing a floating Jason 7-back corpse, played by writer-director McQuaid.
I mean, as long as there's not a van down by the river, I think they'll be okay.
Camera.
I don't know, but it's got more naked Quaid butt than season 4 of The Boys. The teens smoke some weed, like you do. And Wendy waits till they're good and high to tell them that a non-dude bro party massacre took place here. She should know, of course, because she was the sole survivor. And it's left her kind of weird.
You're all gonna fucking die up here.
What?
Honestly, I love that line delivery so much. What? When they press her for details, she laughs it off as a joke, then acts like she pulled a temp fate card in Camp Grizzly and presses Joey to go skinny dipping in the, I guess that's, a lake? Cool. Yeah, lake. Sure, we'll go with that. Samantha leaves to take a leak in the forest, and the shitsy bitsy spider tries to film her water spout. And instead of telling him to fuck off, she rewards his voyeuristic videotaping by, I don't know, reenacting Bring It On or something?
Prepare for awesome.
And she does not disappoint as a figure throws a knife through the back of her head, turning her eyeball into that purple Ghostbusters toy.
Oh, so good.
Am I kidding? I still have it. I keep it unopened because then it's valuable and not fun. Having failed to save the cheerleader and thus the world, Spider tries to be a hero by filming the killer, who shows up on video in a staticky form like the hackers in Unfriended Dark Web. The killer is referred to as the Glitch and makes noises like an old cell phone next to a computer speaker. The Glitch goes after our 8-legged geek, who trips and falls, which results in him getting stabbed repeatedly in the forehead by a bunch of artifacting and ultimately pulled off screen. Troma fans might recognize actor Jason Yashanin from Poultrygeist. I, however, do not, because I swore off Troma forever after watching their movie Butt Crack, the tale of a butt crack that melts people's faces. And
oh my god!
The DVD of that movie!
Good!
Is later picked up by Wendy, who seems unfazed by the death of her friends. She catches up to Joey next to the, sorry, lake? We're still calling this retention pond a lake. Honestly, we should just drain that sucker for soccer practice. Anyway, she tries to get Joey to keep his clothes off.
I think we should get back into the lake,
fuck each other's brains out, and we could even film it for prosperity.
Wow, this one really flipped the script. Nice. Wendy says the massacre she survived was done by an unknown evil entity. She admits she brought the group out there as bait, which works since the glitch approaches Joey from behind and slits his Joey's apple.
Bam!
Took inspiration from 80s slashers like Friday the 13th, obviously, as well as The Burning. Oh, Jesus, is that George Costanza with hair? Horrifying. McQuaid wanted it to be ambiguous when it came to what the character saw looking at the killer. While he's glitchy on their cameras, on set the killer looked most like the one from Torso, with additional inspiration from Blood and Black Lace. Having lost her boy, Wendy flies off into the woods. She tries to make the glitch dead in the daylight with a ground mouth and an Evan McMillan special. Neither works for very long, and she still can't get this guy on tape. You know, whatever he looks like.
Why should I film you?
Oh, because he didn't sign the release form. She gets too close and is glitch slapped for her troubles, causing her to flee farther into the forest. After Wendy falls due to gravity, she spots a still living Joey just bumping into objects like a broy Roomba. Roomba? Roomba? Oh, Roomba. That's the actual name.
Roomba, yep.
Well, anyway, add him to the count on my mark. Hold. Now.
There.
Oh, looks like Joey's been canceled again. Send Matt LeBlanc
Damn.
my condolences. The glitch catches up to Wendy, who gives him a Julie Jamesian taunt.
What are you waiting for?
Apparently a leftover Predator spring trap that drives a metal rod into his head. Wendy then gets up close to gloat. You are one staticky motherfucker. But the glitch pulls a disappearing act when she's not looking. It then comes back for one last scare and beats Wendy down with the camera. Extreme close-up.
Whoa!
Then Biggie sizes Wendy's death by carving open her stomach with a knife. And, wow, okay, just really getting in there, too. Just
Yeah, sure is.
Gross. Sorry, Wendy. You know what they say?
Very gross.
Life's a glitch, and then you die. Back in the house, dead Dr. Phil is back from commercial, and oh wait, where'd Rox go? Oh come on, is that a kill graphic? Another off-screen death for these douche nozzles? Who earns? Gary and Zach return from the basement with a bag full of fresh tapes. Oh bro, did you get Time Cop? Tell me you got Time Cop! Ugh, Van damn it! Gary goes to look for his friends, leaving this Zach McCracken to bend his mind around another tape. But looks like I'm on baby duty, so I'm gonna toss this back to my buddy boss James.
What up, James?
That's a dog poop bag.
Oh!
I wrote baby on it.
So that's it. Oh, God. Oh, Zord, you are such a treasure.
I'm a good dad.
The movie's fourth segment is called The Sick Thing That Happened to Emily When She Was Younger. Who titled this? Panic at the Disco? It was directed by Detroit-born filmmaker Joe Swanberg. Swanberg also acts, as seen in Second Honeymoon, where he played Sam, as well as You're Next, where he was douchey older brother Drake. This segment takes the form of a video call, back when they were glitchy and lo-fi. And with a setup like this, you know we're gonna have— Yep, there they are! Low bitrate biddies. Oh, those are egregious boobs, too. All up in that camera. Emily is chatting with James, her long-distance boyfriend who's a medical student. Their childhood sweethearts and grew up together until James's father moved his family away for military stuff. Strange things started happening to Emily then, and now they seem to be happening again. She's got bumps on her arm.
Yeah, you would say maybe stranger things are starting to
like
happen
a lump
soon.
under my skin or something.
No?
And bumps in the night.
That's right.
This is where I heard the footsteps.
Emily might be dealing with a full-on haunting. There are weird little kids slamming her door at night and spooking her in her living room. Y'all see that too, right?
Yup.
Motherfuck, y'all saw that too, right? I love how classically
Did you see
scary
it?
This segment is, especially when it uses camera flashes. I always find those effective. What up, Lil Goes Boy? Despite seeing all these things on their calls, James remains a skeptic.
I mean, I think I saw something, but it could have been anything, Emily. Like, maybe it was like a breeze or something like that.
Emily, meanwhile, continues to be bothered by that lump in her eye. Oh, sick! Whoa!
Even blurred out, I hate it!
What the hell?
You're really crazy, all right?
Normally, when dude characters say that to women in horror movies, they're dismissing or gaslighting them. But I mean, yeah, dude, that shit's crazy.
Yes!
She needs to
Yes!
stop. Segment writer Simon Barrett was
Stabbing
inspired
her
by
own
a
arm.
long-distance relationship he had just gotten out of. This was the last segment written, and was meant to feel more grounded than the other, more chaotic entries. Also unique to this segment was the lack of improv. The actors mostly followed the script, a huge departure from Swanberg's usual mumblecore directing style. They originally planned to use cameras on a 2x4 rig until they realized screen capture software had gotten good enough to record an actual Skype call. It wound up being a camera-free production, using flashlights for lighting. One night, Emily takes James on a webcam tour as she investigates a noise in her living room. She closes her eyes so she won't get scared.
Emily.
Wow, Things got sinister in a hurry. Emily collapses, so James steps off his camera and right into her apartment? What? Turns out that relationship wasn't so long distance after all. Also, turns out these ghost kids ain't ghosts. They're aliens, and they're using Emily as an alien baby incubator? What? And James is helping, for whatever reason. Maybe you can help her get a higher quality webcam, too. What is this resolution? Like 12?
I don't know!
He harvests an alien offspring from her body, then prepares to break her arm and cover the whole thing up as a schizophrenic episode.
I mean, it explains a lot, you know, why I thought I was seeing ghosts, why I don't remember running out into the middle of the street that night. I'm just crazy.
Oh shit, forget what I said earlier. This is some galactic level gaslighting. Like the original textbook definition of gaslighting. It keeps the poor girl trapped in their relationship.
You deserve to be with someone normal. I don't know what I did to deserve someone. You're so good.
I like how scary and weird this segment is, but the best part of it is Helen Rogers' performance. It might be the best acting in the whole damn movie. She's so good at portraying Emily as self-conscious and sympathetic. The segment ends with the reveal that Emily is just one of several girls in James's fertility phone book. And of course, we're gonna see her boobs too.
Sure.
VHS, man. Same as it ever was. As the tape runs out, Gary returns to find Zach and the dead guy missing. He follows footsteps deeper into the house and discovers Zach's decapitated body and Zach's decapitated head. He also finds the old guy who's returned as the living dead. He scaries Gary down a flight of stairs before pouncing on him for an off-screen kill. This framing narrative is called Tape 56 and was written by Simon Barrett and directed by Adam Wingard. The duo shot this wraparound before the other segments were even contextualized.
It was building the movie as we were going along, as opposed to we knew exactly what we were doing right away.
It's the only segment shot on actual VHS, and only part of it was, since halfway through filming, their camcorder broke. They had to finish shooting it with mini DV and an iPhone 3. Right after making Tape 56, Barrett and Wingard began production on You're Next. I freaking love that movie, which makes this wraparound segment all the more disappointing. It has some decent scares, but the criminal sleaze is hard to stomach. As mentioned, Barrett also wrote the thing that happened to Emily, and played the guy whose girlfriend was assaulted in the parking garage, I think. DP Andrew Draws Palermo, who shot Tape 56 and You're Next, played a random fifth thug helping film the attack. Although I think they might have just accidentally captured him on camera and gave him a credit. Adam Wingard played the first victim, Brad, while the other two hoodlums, Gary and Zach, were played by Kelvin Lee Reeder and Lane Hughes. Both of them also made small appearances in You're Next. That's all good and interesting, but the important thing is, we're done with those assholes. So let's cue up the final segment, which Chelsea specifically requested to cover.
Yay, Chelsea!
I like it. Upstairs, the VCR starts up on its own to play the final segment. It's called 10/31/98, my favorite Stephen King novel. A group of friends is celebrating Halloween night, with Tyler providing the footage thanks to his nanny cam costume. He's just a dude dressed up as a camera, dressed up as a teddy bear. His housemate makes the right call and stays at home watching Stargate or whatever else was on in 1998.
You know all this stuff's going down at midnight, right?
Hey, we all know that ended great for the robot lady from Trick or Treat. Tyler joins his new crew on their way to a monster mash at a spooky old mansion. They immediately wonder if girls will be there. I've been watching the whole movie up to this point. All right, you guys are all on notice. They drive.
Yes, I agree. I definitely agree.
But when they get to the house, they find it empty. Instead of assuming they got the wrong house or the party's been canceled, they come to the most logical conclusion that this is actually all an elaborate haunted house that's been set up just for them.
Okay. All right, maybe not the scariest thing I've ever seen.
As they continue, the scares get a little more impressive, like when Tyler sees a creepy girl on the stairs. Oh, sick, there are girls here. This house in real life is the Woodbury Story House in Altadena, California. It's been used in a bunch of stuff, such as Amityville Horror, The Evil Escapes, Attack of the Killer Donuts, and the music video for Sale by AWOL Nation.
That's fun.
Just like with Amateur Night, this segment features dudes on a night out with a hidden camera. But I'm happy to report that we finally have a segment where the dudes behind the camera aren't trying to get a girl to take her clothes off. I am waiting for a contradictory clip to play. Oh, we're good.
Oh!
And by the way,
yeah.
I think that's fine in like one, maybe two of these segments because it works well as a shorthand to show what kind of a guy a character is when you only have 10 or so minutes to tell a story. But when it's every single segment except for one, it's just kind of exhausting. This week's segment was made by friends of the channel Radio Silence. Tyler Gillette plays the nanny camming Tyler, while his co-directing partner Matt Bettinelli-Olpin plays Matt the Pirate. They're joined by their steadfast producer Chad Villela, dressed as the Unabomber, and Paul. I don't know you, Paul, but thank you for your service. Radio silence
Sure.
is all over our channels, having created Ready or Not, Scream 5, and Scream 6. In fact,
Hell
Tara's
yeah.
pirate costume in Scream 6 is a nod to Matt's costume in this segment. VHS was a natural progression from their viral 2010 found footage short, Mountain Devil Prank Fails Horribly. That video is how producer Brad Miska learned of them and is similarly about normal dudes on an adventure that takes a turn.
Our focus was to make something about really good, average guys that make the right decision and then get punished for that, unfortunately.
They shot the segment in HD, then recorded it onto an analog tape since it didn't feel real until it looked like crap. The group starts to feel let
That's
down
fair.
by how low-key
It is from 98.
You think about what we're doing right now, we're walking through a house.
But that's when they hear chanting coming from upstairs. They follow it to find an occult ritual happening in the attic, and they can't help but join in like it's delusion, and this'll unlock a story path.
Cast him down! Cast him down! Cast him down! Cast him down!
The fun and games end when the tied-up woman starts getting slapped around for real. The boys immediately step in to save her, but are stopped when two cultists get pulled into the rafters by an unseen force. The crew bids a hasty retreat downstairs and almost escapes the haunted house. But Tyler slams the brakes and says they need to help the lady. Because they're rude boys and not rude boys, they pick it up, and turn around to rescue her. They get into the attic where Chad takes down the cult leader while Tyler gets tackled. He's saved when his attacker is beset by Halloween heartburn before being pulled into the ceiling. They manage to free the screaming lady and carry her downstairs, where this haunted house is hitting critical levels of spooky. Wait, are they
Oh, yeah.
Blumhouse? They avoid all the vase hurling and poltergeist chairs, but find
All the
their exit
arms.
blocked by a magic door that looks like a face and ghostly grabby hands. They reroute
Yeah.
themselves through the basement and escape through the cellar door. I like how in the movie's other segments, there are glitches in the tapes that cut to a naked chick or someone who's been murdered, but this one just cuts to the guys grilling hot dogs in the park. They're nice boys. Tyler and Matt carry the girl to the car so they can drive her to a nearby hospital using an unwieldy paper map to navigate. RIP guys, you just barely missed MapQuest. Before they can reach the hospital, their car stalls out and the woman vanishes with a scream. Where'd you go? Oh, there she is. Hello. An approaching horn makes them realize they're parked on railroad tracks and they can't escape. The movie ends with these good Samaritans getting smashed into a staticky title card. And yes,
Yeah.
we'll count them as dead here since this is the canonical ending. But just for fun, Radio Silence filmed a much happier alternate ending.
Wow, crazy night. You know what? I know where. I was looking at the map. I know where we are. I can get us home. Don't worry. There's a bus stop right up here.
Up there on the left?
Yeah, up there on the left. Sorry, guys.
Hey,
that was a hell of a Halloween, though.
How many people were ejected from life in this analog anthology? Let's find out and get to the numbers.
Why does this one say writer Tim on it?
I don't know.
Oh.
I didn't put that
What?
there, did you?
No, I did not put
What
a
did
creepy
writer
tape that says
Tim
writer
say?
Tim on it. Let's just make sure we don't play it. And she's playing it.
Of course she is. What is it? What's happening here? Oh. You give me 5 more minutes.
Might as well check out this script.
The movie begins with some text-to-speech. Writer Tim is too lazy to read, so he has his computer do it for him. Hey, am I right?
The hell?
His work ethic is reflected by the state of his bedroom. Tim glances around his filthy room. His sanitation frustration is cut short when he hears a bump in the night.
Oh!
Okay, that is enough of the creepy demon script.
Oh! Oh, more begging. Tim? Tim, you may want to leave. Tim? There's going to be something behind him. There's going to be something behind him. Or maybe not. Oh, he's got a tennis racket.
Writer Tim leaves the room to check on the noise, only to get jump-scared by a cat.
Oh, the cat.
He fails to notice the killer creeping up behind him until a rip-roaring chainsaw gets his attention. Writer Tim turns to run, but he trips on a whole lot of nothing.
Oh! Whoopsie.
He looks for help but only sees a creepy doll.
Creepy baby, help me!
But it just
Creepy
kind of
baby.
backs off.
Chucky, what?
He off the killer with his tennis racket, but not for long.
Oh, my tennis racket!
Oh, no, Tim! No, Tim!
He manages to kick the killer out of the window and is able to crawl his way back into his room, bloodied and beaten but alive, until he's tracked down by that pesky cat.
Oh, come on!
Oh no, the cat!
Machete for lamest kill will go to writer Tim for that off-screen
Oh, lamest kill. Oh, I love it.
and fatality.
Oh man, that was too good.
22
Kudos
people
to
died
Tim.
in VHS. The victims consisted of 19 male victims and 3 female victims, giving us this Be Kind, Repined chart. Sorry, that was bad. Here's how the kills
It's
shook out
fine.
per segment. Come on, Emily, sick thing long title, pull your weight. With a runtime of 116 minutes, VHS had a kill on average every 5.27 minutes. And with 6 segments, including the wraparound, the movie had an average of 3.67 kills per segment. We'll give the Golden Chainsaw for coolest kill to Shane. It's a fitting end to a douchey character, and it happens at the hands of the film's coolest
Agreed.
monster. Dull Machete for lamest kill will go to Brad, since none of those a-holes should go out as peacefully as an off-screen disappearance.
Agreed
That's
again.
it. VHS came out in 2012 and was quickly followed by a sequel. We'll look at that in 2 weeks, with something else in between to clean the tape head. Until then, I'm James A. Janice.
I'm Chelsea Rebecca.
I'm a man who actually had this haircut when he was in 6th grade.
This has been the Kill Count.
Next kill count.
Leave the door to say something
Cordially
funny.
invited to an evening you won't soon forget.
I'm sorry about what's gonna happen to you.
Spend
Oh,
the
this is
night
Abigail.
engaged in lively conversation with an ensemble cast.
Why do you have a dick on your face?
What?
Enjoy the open bar and relax inside a giant, beautiful mansion.
Yeah, look at all this cool shit.
And do your best to avoid
Cool
being
shit.
turned into a giant blood splatter.
That's not the first time I heard that story.
That's because these are all hallmarks of a radio silence movie. Abigail joins the radio silence filmography as another fun action horror comedy. A group of literal kidnappers steals a small girl and has to guard her while they wait for the ransom.
See you in 24 hours, my lovely pack of rats.
Oh, he's in
That's
this.
made difficult due to a twist that was heavily advertised, but we'll do the movie a favor and not mention it here. Even if you know the twist, Abigail is still a fun time
I
thanks
don't.
to the performances from this hilarious cast.
Let me get a piece of that candy.
It's your own.
Fuck you too.
This week, make sure to put your cell phones away as you watch Abigail.
Thank you. Just
No cell phone.
Okay. Then on Friday, lock yourself inside the house
It's locked.
and enjoy the kill count. Only on Dead Meat.
Let's have some fun.
Abigail can currently be watched.
All right. So outside of all of the very creepy people within the movie, I enjoyed the kills. I enjoyed when the people who did wrong had their comeuppance. I did enjoy all of that. As she said, I wasn't really listen, I like to see boobs as much as the next guy, but when it's in a horror movie, or any movie, it has to make sense. It felt very gratuitous. It felt very in your face, very like, oh, like here, boobs here, boobs here, boobs here. And then, just the random sexual assault there towards the beginning of the movie. It's like, oh, great. These are the people I get to watch. Wonderful. Absolutely great. I wish I could have seen them die all on screen. That would have been fun. But alas, we did not get that. So I'm hoping the series gets better as it goes on. From what I've heard, it seems that way. So hopefully it does, and hopefully I will enjoy those movies more. So that's going to do it for me here. Comment down below. Let me know, what did you think about VHS? Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Please check all those links I have for you down in the description below. Then lastly, and most importantly, I want to give a huge shout out to all my $5 and up supporters on Patreon: Cruising, Wolverine310, Kester Cronich, Amber K, Raymond Bright, Chris Curtis, Haley Machinardi, Ann Perry, Larka, Vox Cacophony, Misa2, Lily the Snoopy Fan, Lauren, Jenny the Swifty, Allison the Aesthetic Girl, Fleet Street Viscount, Christopher Banyard, Emily the Flower Lover, Songbird177, Sophie the Sunset Girl, Sarah Long, Summer the Dog Lover, Scott, Misa3, Arrow Hamster, Inkalinquist, Aubrey the Charlie Brown Lover, ZK Sturf, and Miri. And if you too like to have a shout out, and in each and every one of my videos, please head on over to patreon.com/TheDamnReactor for more. And I will see you guys next time.